She's out there on the couch. No blanket, no anything. I had thought that I might, seeing as she was up all day, that I might have gotten to watch Inside Edition at 11:30, but that wasn't going to happen. Under these new dynamics, which is 100% what Joe said, it's like you have to wake up every day and realize you're under new dynamics where my mother, I'm afraid of her, and she can do whatever she wants. I don't matter. What else is new? What else is new? What else is new? Guys emailed me. Are you okay? I saw you. You're not my friend. You don't get to ask if I'm okay. I'm not okay. But I'm not like gonna harm myself or anything, so she's out in the fucking living room, lying on the couch instead of in her bed. Anyhow, just to give you an example of new dynamics versus old dynamics. Old dynamics would be, because again, I have a right to live here too in peace, and it's a double thing. She needs to sleep. Old dynamics didn't happen recently, happened whenever. Several weeks ago, whatever. Where I'm out in the living room because I don't have a TV in here. And I spend most of my time in here. Especially in the winter. I'm out just relaxing, watching something. She's been able to be out there all day. She has the opportunity, most of the time, to be out there if she wants to. She can be in her bedroom if she wants, but she has the opportunity. A lot of times I'm in here on my computer, I'm sleeping. Anyhow, she decided to come out in the middle of the night and sit on the couch and bother me. So I'm like, Mom, go back to bed, or if you're not going to go back to bed, go in your room. I have a right. No, I'm not gonna. Not gonna. And that interchange happens a few times until I yell, okay? But it's not immediately yelling. It's like, go back to bed. You need to sleep. It's the middle of the night. You're on powerful psych meds. I want to relax out here and have some privacy. So that will never happen again. If I'm out there trying to relax and have some privacy and she decides to come out there and bug me, doesn't matter if I'm watching anything important, doesn't matter. It just immediately come in here. That's my life now. I don't want to be anywhere near her. Joe thinks she might provoke me, like try to provoke me into yelling at her or something. He also said, how do you know she's not going to call the police and say she's ignoring me? Be the same as her calling the police last night. Or actually, yeah, yesterday morning. Yeah, no, it's after, yeah, whatever. No, I'm not doing okay. Why would I be doing okay? You're not my friend, though. You don't get to know how I'm really doing. Only Joe does. So I just gave you an example of when I've yelled, admittedly. Example was, she's not supposed to be up in the middle of the night. I'm trying to relax out in the living room, and she decides to come out there and just sit on the couch and bother me. For attention, for whatever. And again, a long time ago, I gave up on when she's like this, getting her to go to bed. I gave up on that. That's why last night she was still awake at 20 of 1. I gave up on that. But then when she's going to force herself to stay awake when she's only slept a couple and a half hours, yeah, it's going to trigger me. It's going to trigger me because I'm worried sick about her. And because I'm trying to take care of my dog that I might have to put to sleep. And, because I'm human. Those will be the new dynamics. She can do whatever she wants. I will never yell at her again about anything. Doesn't matter. She can stay up all night. She can do whatever she wants. Speaking of which, she's complaining about meals, but when I was at Joe's, she could, if she hasn't asked to cook. She says she loves the meals that I make, but if she wants to cook, she can. We got her off cold cuts because she didn't want to go on the medication when she saw her primary care physician. He wanted to put her on that medication for whatever it is. And for high cholesterol, I guess. Now she's on the friggin' heart medication. She never had to be on before. That's why another thing I said, it's very important you take your meds at a normal time. You can't just take them when you feel like it. And I said, you're on heart medication too. She's like, there's nothing wrong with my heart. Unfortunately, there is none. If you don't like the food that we eat, then you want cold cuts again, then tell me and I'll get you cold cuts. You wanted to be off of them. You wanted to try to cut back instead of having to go on another pill. This is before you were put on 2 fucking new pills because of all the heart problems you shockingly had. No warning of that. I can't protect her anymore. Joe understands. He's like, your relationship's changed for good. She's called the police on you. Not for no reason whatsoever, for no valid reason. And you just don't do that, especially these days. You just don't. Everybody's more on edge these days. You don't call the police unless it's a fucking emergency. You certainly don't call the police because your daughter, who does everything for you, is yelling at you because you shouldn't be up and it's only been a couple and a half hours even sleeping, and she knows what's repeatedly happened when you don't sleep enough. And because she knows your illness causes you to feel like you don't need any sleep at all, and to force yourself awake with coffee. And she didn't eat anything today. Nothing. All day. So maybe the snack, she usually has like a yogurt or a cottage cheese or something, but essentially she's gonna do all this to herself, and I cannot do anything about it. It's heartbreaking, but I love her. then it wouldn't matter to me, would it? You know what? 3-letter word. 9-Inch Nails uses, Trent Reznor uses in album Down Spiral. Of course, you don't know that love is in the equation, so to you it's like, your mother's an adult, she can do whatever she wants. And if it gets too bad, then, you know, if you can't handle it anymore, you can put her in a facility. I want to put her in a facility. Or, you know, I said, you know, she does this to herself, she's going to wind up in the hospital, then you call us, see? No love in the equation. Just tit for tat, like, you know. Of course, why are they going to even think that there's any love if she's going to sit there and call them and tell them that she fears for her life and that she wants me locked up in the mental hospital? Then after all that, I get up and it's 7:30 and she has, not surprisingly, hasn't taken their second set of meds. Because the first set for the morning I had put out before, and she grabbed them and threw them away or something. So then the second set, I had put out and she hadn't taken them. I'm sorry, no, the first set she'd thrown away. So when I got up I'm like, you need to take your meds. She would not take them. And that's when I said, oh, and she was saying, and she wasn't going to take them. And again, I wasn't yelling. She considers it yelling if you're just scolding her, just so you know. If she, and you think she's repeatedly screamed at me at the top of her lungs or whatever, whatever. She considers it yelling if you raise your voice. It doesn't even have to be yelling, it's just scolding her. So, anyway, I started raising my voice and saying, you need to take your meds. I'll take them later. There is no later. It's already 7:30. It's already hours past when you usually take them and you're supposed to take them. I'll take them later, I said. Do you want me to call the police again? That's when I said, you can do whatever you want in terms of staying up all night, in terms of not eating, in terms of whatever you want to do. But I'm responsible if you don't take your meds, so I will just contact professionals. I will contact whoever and tell them that you're not taking meds. And that's when she said, if you do that, I will kill you. And then after all that, she thinks she's just going to apologize to me. And everything's going to be fine. Again, my Joe knows that nothing's going to be fine ever, ever, ever again between us. Between me and my mom. She crossed the line. Now I'm afraid of her. I'm not afraid that she'll physically hurt me. I'm afraid of her that she could just do that to me and pick up and call the police like she didn't fear for her life. They asked her. She didn't call up and say, I fear for my life. She called up and said, she's yelling at me. She needs to be taken away. Can you come and take her away? And then I heard the woman, do you fear for your life? And she said, yes. Yes, I do. So, and then she thinks she's going to apologize and everything's going to be fine. Nothing's going to be fine again. Like Joe said, I can't just turn my feelings off and on. Even though me not just acting like nothing happened will negatively affect her mental health, I'm not a fucking robot. So, there you have it. She fucked up everything. She can do what she wants. She cannot call the police and bring demons to my doorstep. And she wants to take me away. No valid reason. Because she's pissed. She wants me on meds. She wants me to go into the hospital. And she can deny it all she wants, but deep down it's what she wants. That's why it only comes out when she's sick. Can't tell you how many examples of I know best, okay? I think I didn't yell at her over the phone when I find out that she ordered a $1,500 home gym. And even if technically she can afford it, she's doesn't know how to use it. She doesn't need it. She wouldn't even have probably used it. And it's $1,500. There's nothing that I could do but yell at her over the phone. She'd already done it. The damage was done. She did it on purpose. So there's so many examples where I know best, and including ones equivalent to a parent yelling at a child, "Don't run out in the road," or "Don't," whatever. Not just going around yelling at her for no reason at all. I never yell at first. But now I'm just going to avoid her as much as possible. She did the last thing she should have ever done if she had any hopes of preserving our relationship. She had fear for her fucking life, and Joe knows it too. She did not fear for her life. She's just pissed off that I was yelling at her. Basically pissed off that I'm telling her what to do. That's why when I tried to get her to take her meds, hours later, and I was like, "You need to I'm not taking them," and then whatever, and then I raised my voice, I didn't yell, and she's like, "Don't yell at me or I'm going to call the cops again." Good, do it. I will call, And she said, "You do that, I will kill you." Josie, she said, "Good, do it. Kill me. Go ahead. Bring it on." Joe's just